Hello and welcome to Heart Space, formerly TJ in Your Mind, a poetry podcast with myself, TJ, and featuring every month a guest poet based right here in Berlin. We talk about poetry, love, life, and everything in between. So, sit back, relax, and have a listen. It is once again my absolute pleasure to welcome a friend of mine, Dîba. Dîba is a trauma-informed somatic and systemic coach, educator, and researcher based in Germany. Her work bridges embodied healing with decolonial and critical pedagogies, offering a unique approach to personal and collective transformation. She specializes in individual and team coaching, supervision, and training, particularly supporting women in leadership roles, and facilitates safer spaces for learning, growth, and reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, Dîba.
I wonder, is 2025? The world hums with new beginnings and hope. It's time to harvest. Should I thank this year for what it brought me, or for what it spared me from? I wonder. Why do our first prayers sound like complaints, anger towards what never came? What if absence itself was mercy, a hidden hand turning me away from storms unseen? I wonder, what if true gratitude lies in the doors that never opened, the roads I was never meant to walk? But wait, am I really thinking a year? Thanking a year? Thinking a number and thanking a number? A construct of time that the stars pay no mind to? Perhaps gratitude is not for the calendar, but for the pulse of life that carried me through it. For the memories, the laughter, the tears that rinse the soul clean. For the people, the familiar ones and the fleeting ones, woven into the great tapestry of my becoming. For the stranger one on the train who handed me warmth in a paper cup. The gentleman who rushed me to the hospital. The pure-hearted beloved one who sent me a basket of sunlight fruit. For the friend who slipped a quiet kindness into an envelope. For the father who bought me a ticket and drove me through dawn's soft silence. For my neighbor who offered a hug and a hand in the middle of a stormy time. For my siblings chasing midnight cravings just because my heart asked. For my mother, my father, and my family, stayed fast through the journey of doctor's appointment. For the nephew who just said, "I know what will make you feel better," and brought me a cup of coffee like a portion of love. The more I call them forth, the more blessings rise from the midst, and maybe I should take myself too. For believing when certainty was thin, for staying curious, for letting my heart remain open the old temple door. Yes, I have earned that. And yet, a small voice still murmurs beneath my ribs, "You can do better." Perhaps I should thank that voice too, ancestor of my own becoming, keeper of the sacred life. But what if the things we cannot bless, war, death, cruelty, injustice, the wounds of the world? I wonder, what do we do with those? Maybe the opposite of gratitude is not bitterness, but rebellion and resistance. A sacred fight that keeps love alive and loud. And perhaps we can be thankful for the strength to rise, to weep, and try again. They say You find happiness in such small things. But if those are small, tell me please, what name do we give the stars?
So, Dîba, once again, it is a pleasure to have you here.
Once again, thank you so much having me here.
And first of all, I think we should wish everyone a wonderfully happy New Year. So shall we together say Happy New Year?
Now?
Yes.
Happy New Year! Yes, Happy New Year to everyone. Yes.
Indeed. And so the year begins. Ha 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 ha. So, Dîba, you keep insisting that you are not a poet. But I think the listeners would have a very different idea. What are your thoughts on that?
I think you insist I am a poet. Like nobody but you insist I am a poet. And I start to believe it.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Absolutely. Please believe. Keep believing it. Yeah.
If being poet is writing and sharing with the world, thank you that I'm doing that, and maybe that I'm becoming some.
Ha ha ha.
I cannot even say I am a poet.
Oh, without
I don't
a doubt.
care. Now I'm writing, I'm sharing, and I thank you that I'm here.
You most certainly are a poet, without a doubt. A friend of mine used to say to me when I would say I'm not a writer, she'd say, you write, therefore you are a writer. So, haha, I'm a writer, and you write poetry, and you read poetry, so therefore you are a poet.
Okay, thank you. I think I understand about everything else, but poetry somehow intimidates me.
Why is that?
Because it's, I don't know, I know great poets, and I'm like, probably there's a way that you learn writing poetry, and just allowing your heart to speak, is a poetry or not, is always a question for me. And I'm so certain also about people who write something from their heart. They should claim that they are poets. It's such a contradiction for me.
Literally, because you've literally just spoken about yourself, and yet you say, I'm not a poet.
Okay, it's 2026. I am a poet.
There you go. You heard it here first. On the 1st of January 2026, you heard Dîba said, I am a poet.
Wow. You convinced me. Okay.
Wonderful.
Let's see what people think actually after hearing this poem.
So, tell me about I Wonder.
What do you wonder about? I wonder. I love being here and being with you and just laughing, and I wonder why. So I wonder is just actually very literally written piece, where I just wonder if I thank to the moments which gave me a lift or a hand or a help or a support, or thinking somehow big that I am alive and in this world, in this universe, and meeting, and it is this gratitude topic is somehow very big for me, because anytime I feel like I am thankful somewhere or someone or something, there's a lack, and in that lack you see what is there.
Okay. So there's a lack of something.
Yeah, so if a warm hand was given to you, it means you were called.
Yes, yeah.
And then you thank that you are alive probably in this cold moment, and then this warm hand comes. But is it for me? It's for me always related to something. Is it a feeling that it comes when something lacks, or is it there? That's why the lack thing comes.
I see. So it's kind of the chicken and the egg. Which came first? Is it chicken or was it the egg?
Yes, probably, and also probably it's very much related. Maybe that the religions, the systems made somehow people to pray in the moment of lack, And then for sure that was one part of actually many people were also just thankful because there was, like, you know. So these two is always because a colleague of mine said once that Dîba is very joyful in the sessions that we were always having, and another one says, yes, if you don't have it enough, when the moment comes you cherish the most. And it reminded me, so maybe I didn't have it before, and
now so therefore
so it's a contradicting topic for me somehow. This is in the poem. Yes.
I think my thoughts on gratitude, there is that, you know, a possible lack, but it's yet at the same time, it's, I think, and if we go back to your mention about religion, if we are grateful when we don't have, I think for me that is when it's really important to be grateful, when we think we don't have, not when the need is met, but before the need is met. To be grateful before that. Because the way I see it, what the gratitude does is it changes me. While when the need is met, it doesn't change me, it's simply circumstance that changes. But if I'm grateful before the need is met, then I am the one who's changed. The circumstances may be exactly the same, but in that moment, once I start to feel grateful for something completely different, the way I feel about the circumstance changes completely. And the funny thing is, as the way I feel about it changes, my thinking can broaden and change, and I can see other ways to get myself out of whatever situation I'm in.
So this is a bit like a ripple effect. You find yourself like being thankful or happy and grateful, not for the thing, but you somehow download this state of being, and then the thing that is not there comes somehow.
in essence, because is I think, I mean, if we go back to when people are in self-defense training, one of the first things they do is you breathe, control yourself, so you can be aware of your surroundings. Because what happens if you are attacked in any way, shape or form, we start to go into maybe tunnel vision, so we can no longer see. We react. But then you're told to take stock of what's happening, see, look. And what that does when you take that breath is you start to control your heart rate, because that slows down, so you can see, you can observe, okay, these are my roots, this is what I can do, this is who I can reach out to. But if the heart is what is controlling everything, that I can't see that person over there who may be able to help me if I reach out my hand to them. I can't see, maybe if I text this one, if I do this, I can't see the other options, because in this moment I am, this is what's going on.
Yes. I totally follow you. I totally understand. But somehow in me some pictures embedded, and it's a bit of this cry or scream for in like very existential topics, and this is somehow comes as a prayer, or comes not even from me, like the picture that I see of the world when hunger, when poverty, when violence is there, and then there is a way to say, oh, I am alive, thank you, can you, like this picture is somehow following me. And I am also a bit like in this injustice of this life. I don't want to paint a very negative picture, but I just want to say what is happening inside of me, so that I also could share this mystery of thankfulness, actually. So one hand is this screaming for like what is not there and what happened, and the other picture is that I don't see people who, especially materially, have things, never have this at least they've never mentioned of thankfulness, of gratitude. So
Yeah.
there are these two things happening. But I think what I follow you at the most is when you have this gratitude as a feeling downloaded inside of you, no matter what. And I wonder if that's possible. You know, just downloading into your skin, your soul, and how life would look like, like regardless of if we have this or not, and if it is possible, especially in the world right now that everything is just storming and yeah, I wonder if that's possible.
I like that. I wonder.
Yeah.
I would never presume to have an answer, but I believe it is. I don't think it's easy, but I believe it is. The reason I say so is there's a saying that it's not happiness that makes you grateful, rather it's gratefulness that makes you happy. It's the other way around, which is one of the reasons why, as you said, there are people who may have everything that we think we want, and somehow they don't seem to be happy.
Yes.
And they don't exhibit the gratefulness we spoke of. And I think that is the exact reason why they don't seem to be happy.
Okay. Yes. This diagnosis is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one thing also. I think for me, gratitude is also. I think in Arabic or at least in Kurdish we say huzur. It's this contentment.
Yes,
the contentment comes when you are grateful somehow, and then if it's rainy or snowy, at least you have this huzur inside of you, this contentment. And I think this feeling I am looking for, and I like it. And somehow politically my mind always goes if that's just but what is reminding me is also reflection and harvesting of what has been, what I have, what I didn't have, what I was, what I wasn't, and to be able to step forward. I think the moment of gratitude brings you what has cost you, what was good, what was bad, and this harvesting. And also for the new year, maybe it is also a good thing to start.
Exactly like that, this harvesting.
Right?
Wonderful, yes, indeed, absolutely.
And also reflecting on of our actions, and to be able to step into the new huzur.
Ooh, I like
new
that.
Contentment.
This new contentment. Yeah, I think, we live in a world that is trying consistently to get us to want more, to be more, to have more. That's the message. It's more. You should have more. You deserve more. You blah, blah, blah. And while that may not necessarily be incorrect, if the primary focus is more, we will never be content.
Because there will be always, I need more.
Yeah. If that's the primary focus, we will always want more.
Yeah.
But if that first state is, okay, I'm here, I'm standing on a solid ground, I'm steady in myself, I know who I am, I'm content.
Oh, you're
with this.
touching your arms and hands.
You know, I'm here. I exist. I am, and someone said to me, for me to exist, millions of things had to happen concurrently for me to exist. That's wow.
Wow, really? We'll never.
Just
exist.
for that, so many things had to happen just for little old me to exist. How can I not be grateful?
Yeah. Drop the mic.
But the things like that, it's if I can find a way when things aren't going so great to remember something like that, it pulls my mind away from the circumstance that isn't great, and it makes me think, okay, no, I'm here, I exist. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I like that.
Wow.
Okay. and inside something changes or everything changes, and whatever it is internally that happens, and everything, it's that feeling that when something isn't going so great and my mother calls me out of the blue and we talk about nothing important, just anything, family, whatever, and then when the phone call is done and I feel better. Nothing has happened, there's no money, no whatever, but I still feel better. And the problem I was facing 5 minutes ago is still there, but I have a very different mindset about it.
You are different. Yes. In that moment that you are different, that's
exactly.
true. I wonder if that's somehow strategically machbar in German, like doable.
Doable. Am I speaking German? No, English. I was about to start speaking German.
I am thankful that I can speak this language, but let's not speak today, okay?
Aber du sagst, okay, no.
No. So I really wonder if that state is strategically, consciously is doable somehow. To say, okay, I know the problem is still there, and I want to, and I think sometimes we are losing, and because life is somehow fast and this and that, and we forget how to come back. And I think everyone probably has their own tools. So for me, it's like sometimes meditation, sometimes just sitting back and say, oh, okay, this is happening, this is happening, and I need to breathe and remember. And I, as a somatic coach, I think it's very helpful for me to have one, like, to come to my body, to come to my feet, to knees, and like to perceive myself that I'm there and I'm breathing. As you say, maybe I talk to someone and then I'm better. So I think the most important thing to be able to remember to come back to this state of being is having some tools and remind yourself what's good for you.
Yeah.
And for me, it's this somatic check-in with my body. And to a friend of mine was always telling, okay, maybe Dîba, you just are thirsty.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
And really check in with yourself. Maybe I'm hungry, maybe I am thirsty, maybe I just, maybe I'm not stressed, but my body is giving signals of, like, and then bringing back to calmness and then being grateful. I think that then circumstance changes. I agree with you there. The moment I think many people lose is when it's happening very fast and we are into the life circumstances and with kids, with people, with the dead and with those. So do you have some tools that you come to the gratitude or
I think
or contentment?
For the most part, it's about slowing down. Though when things are already slow, that's when it's challenging. If the slowness of life is part of the what irks me, that is a challenge. When things are fast-paced, then it's about slowing down. And it's literally, when things are really fast, just 5 deep breaths. Because, it's what I do when I'm teaching vocals. I take a breath in, hold it, and then breathe out. Exactly. That's literally, I tell my students, I say breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and breathe out for 4. And then again, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 8. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 12. You're from the singing point of view, you're forcing yourself to control that breath, because on that breath there needs to be a note. But from a simply relaxation point of view, I'm calming this self down, just bringing myself down to a point where I can concentrate and I can look and I can think.
Yes.
That ability to think, because as we know, the human brain is still the world's most powerful computer. But when the world takes over, that computer shuts down. So if we don't want it
for
to
some people, I wish that this can be more shut down. Politically speaking.
Well, yeah. But let's not go into that.
No. But you're right, and I think it's good to remember which tools works for you. And some people might need fastness, like jogging, like running, like putting themselves into the forest, and maybe swimming. Maybe such things also help people. to come back to this space where they can really hear their breath and breathe for 4. What was it?
Breathe for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4.
It's like a song
And
now.
breathe out for 4.
Breathe in for 4. I will compose that song. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 4.
You know, and put a beat behind it. Breathe in for 4 and hold for 4 and out for 4.
Out.
Breathe in for 4, hold for 4 and out for 4.
And then your audience will be so thankful and everything will be so good. Wow, I love that. Please do this song, but don't forget my part.
Of course.
One day, 2027, I will say I am a singer.
Ooh. You heard it. In 2027, Dîba is going to say she's a singer. Remember that.
Just because this for. No, really. I like it. Yes, and can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
What? Okay, this 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name? Maybe you want to ask this question, but some stuff that you were thankful for.
What was I thankful for in 2025? I think 2025 felt like the year that my life, that I moved on to, let's say, a different level of myself, shall we say. It's hard to explain what I mean when I say that, but internally it feels as though, especially if I look at things materially, and as a freelancer, it's always about the finances. But as
we love that.
You know, and I look at things financially, I look at things materially in that sense, and it feels as though it's, I don't want to say turned a corner, but in essence it's like, you know, moving on to a different level, because, you know, I come to a point where I've come to the end of the year and I'm like, okay, every month of this year, well, almost every month of this year, no, that's not true. Every month of this year, I've known that I've earned enough to pay everything that I needed to pay. You know, I'm still paying off a few things here and there, but for the most part, every month of this year, there was no bill that wasn't paid. It's okay. And that's post-pandemic.
Please
that is
breathe for 4.
Exactly. It's like, for me, post-pandemic, this is the first time that that's happened. Pre-pandemic, it had happened, but post-pandemic, that's the first time it's happened. It's okay. That's that next level. That's that okay. You know, and this is because moving to Germany from the UK, it took a while for things to start and for things to move forward. And then when I finally started going, then the pandemic came and we were shut off for a few years, you know, and it felt like having to start all over again.
Yes.
Which was frustrating. If people worked 9-to-5 jobs, they just stayed in their jobs. But for those of us that are freelancers, it was starting again. It was, you know, finding those contacts once again and everything all over again, which was tremendously frustrating because we'd already done all of this work.
Several times.
Exactly. We'd already done all of this, you know, accepting gigs that we wouldn't accept anymore because we'd gone past having to do this again.
Yes.
It's like having to pay your dues all over again. And whether one likes it or not, you get to the point where you're asking yourself, I'm at this age. Why am I still dealing with this at this age? And that's that. It's bores inside the mind and you're asking yourself, did you make the right choice? I knew why I made the choice. I absolutely made the right choice. But when you're in the middle of that trench and you're trying to dig yourself out, you're saying, did I make the right choice? Should I just go and find a 9-to-5 job? And
I think I feel your question, and I think there's really no way back when you're in it. You know, like you already decided to do what you love.
Exactly.
And then comes with that somehow hustling.
Yeah.
And there is a moment you say, as now you say, wow, I'm managing, now I'm doing it. And there's always something in our heads, as if there is a way back, but I don't think, to be honest.
No.
Because the more you expand, the more the forward is there to wait. So one is finance that you are thankful for. Is there more?
Yeah, I think that's a big one, because that was in essence step one. That's the original. That's the first stone to step onto, and then climb and climb and climb from there. But that's the first. So yes, I'm once again at that place where I'm stable. So let's turn it back to you. You really should have seen it coming. Yes. What are you? Let's wait for that siren to pass. Is it gone? Okay.
It's lifing.
Indeed. It is indeed life.
No, it's like sometimes we have this like a myth of as if everything can be controllable. I think I love that street is a bit loud, and that's always reminding me lifing somehow.
Yes, lifing.
In the middle of Berlin we are, and I am thankful for that.
So yes, once again, what are you thankful for?
I have several things, and I'm someone who is finding gratitude in every moment. But for me, it was a year of somehow check-ups with health. And my mind was always going to this fearful and, oh my God, that can be resolved. As a woman especially, you have so many stations to visit to be able to understand if you're healthy, still happy, still bleeding enough or less or more, or I don't know, any of these questions. It was a lot in my mind, and I went through probably every doctor because of some symptoms, but I'm very thankful that everything is fine, everything is good, everything is healthy.
Wonderful.
And happy. I think that's it cost me a lot of time and energy, and I'm sometimes alone, sometimes with people who supported me like you. Oh my God, I am so happy you came to. You brought me to the hospital, and thank you so much. Really, that's one of the moments that I'm very thankful. But putting in the context, it's health, that I'm healthy, and I'm loving that. I was also healthy before, but there was some symptoms that I was a bit afraid, and maybe that is that or that, blah blah. So that is one thing that when I reflect this year. Another is. I allowed myself to sometimes do nothing.
Oh, nice.
Do you know that feeling?
Yeah. Just do nothing.
Like really, sometimes when you remember when it's rainy and stormy outside and you don't have something and you say, oh, I'm allowed to stay at home and I can see it, and this feeling sometimes was there when it was stormy, and if not stormy or rainy, I was feeling guilty to staying at home and to not doing.
Seriously?
And this year, some of the times I allowed myself to just do nothing.
Nice.
It's like, what? Like really, not many of them, because I'm busy with my research, with my coachings, with my artistic projects, that the one which I am now writing about, this house of me. Maybe one day it will come to the world, and other projects and people and family. But these moments of doing nothing, I think they made me stay alive.
Nice.
They helped me to stay alive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to these moments, and I recommend to people who are feeling guilty when they do nothing to just practice.
Yeah, of course. Yes, sometimes it's just wonderful to just be and not worry about what it is you're being, what it is we're doing or should be doing. It's the you feel you should be doing. It's that.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes necessary to just be.
That's so zen somehow. And for me, it is, I'm a calm person, I'm a soft person, but doing nothing feels so good, to be honest, sometimes. Yeah, that's what I'm thankful for.
I think that's a perfect place to finish.
Yeah? Ah, okay. We have to do another session.
You know, indeed. So on that note, do you have a final message for the listeners?
Oh, I love listeners now. Hi guys, hey people. I think my final message would, I said maybe a little bit about this taking time of nothing, but reflecting on what have I been doing, and what am I still willing to do, requires a moment of reflection. And I think this reflection everyone deserves to give themselves, whether it can be writing or just silence or walking or whatever, to just say, wow, I did this, and this cost me that, and now I have that, and I want to you know, like this moment of bringing yourself to reflect on the actions and the deeds. Yeah. I think this makes us somehow be better person. Be better, okay?
Be better.
Reflect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reflection is important. So on that note, Dîba, thank you ever so much. And let's tell the listeners, let's say Happy New Year to them.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Have a wonderful 2026 and make it amazing. There is very little that can compare to a grateful heart. Be you doctor, lawyer, singer, or saint, it will improve your art. The rhapsody of a grateful heart is such a glorious thing, for all it wishes to do is share, and with you your song it'll sing. The joy you'll find in a grateful heart is a hard thing to measure. For almost every minute of every day, there is something from which to draw pleasure. The grateful heart is unencumbered by the jaundiced cold embittered. Rather it seeks to dance between the raindrops, for there it finds love littered. The rhapsody of a grateful heart is a joy to behold, for it seeks not a mind to rend, rather a hand to hold. It'll lead you along life's winding paths and show you visions anew. It will lift you up above the throng and sing you melodies you thought you knew. Don't you dare scoff at the grateful heart, for the grateful heart is your friend. The grateful heart is your saving grace. It will help you with life to contend. And another season comes to a close. I want to give my deepest thanks to all of the poets: Lee, Michele, No Story Lies, Zoe Faust, Kiki, Sarah, my friend Monica, and of course, dear Dîba. You guys were all just amazing. Thank you ever so much for contributing to Heart Space in this season. We're going to take a bit of a break, so I'll be back in a few months. In the meantime, silly me, in the meantime, please do feel free to go back and listen to the episodes of this season or previous seasons. It's been an absolute pleasure to work on this little labor of love of mine. And also, if you are based in Berlin, please do come and join us at Heart Space. We meet every other week at Kunstraum Heart Space here in Berlin, in Prenzlauer Berg, if memory serves me correctly. So once again, thank you. Have a wonderful 2026. Make it amazing. because you most certainly are.